Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I am Dr. Nazish Mazhar Ali, and our topic of discussion is water and moisture. Dear students, when we define simply water, we say that water is an odorless or tasteless liquid. But when we define water or moisture content, we say the quantity or the presence of water in any medium. Basically, we categorize the water into two subcategories, that is the atmospheric water or atmospheric moisture and soil water or soil moisture. The water vapors which are suspended in atmosphere, these constitute the water content or the moisture content of the atmosphere. On the other hand, the water contents which are present between the adjacent soil particles in soil layers, they constitute the soil water content or moisture content. The water activity is defined as the ratio of the vapor pressure present in food to the vapor pressure of the pure water. The water activity increases with increasing the temperature. Water condensation is opposite to water vaporization. In water condensation, the water vapors are converted into liquid water. So it converts from gaseous state to liquid state. It actually occurs in atmosphere because when the warm air rises, it cools and then it loses its capacity to hold the water vapors. So the excess water vapors are condensed to form cloud droplets. Another term related to water is absolute humidity, which is defined as the mass of water vapors in a fixed or specific volume of air, or we can also say it as the water vapor density. We can also see the diagram which is showing the hydrological cycle. In the previous slides, I have told you about the evaporation, condensation, and in this slide, we studied about the absolute humidity. So you can see all these terms in one diagram. We can see that the evaporation results into release of water vapors into the atmosphere. These water vapors are condensed in the atmosphere and they are being converted into form of the clouds. These clouds are then released as the rain droplets or these can be released as the snow. So these rain droplets and the snow, these come back onto the surface of the earth and then these are being collected into the earth's layer as groundwater and then again from earth's surface the water contents are evaporated and going back into the atmosphere. So this hydrological cycle goes on. That is why our water is included into a renewable resource that it replenishes itself. I have consulted different sites and the books and I have come up with different types of water. So one by one in different slides I'm going to discuss all of these types. One way these water types are solid water, liquid water and the water vapors or the water in the gaseous state. When we say solid water, it means that the ice, and we all know that when the water freezes, it is converted into ice. Then, when this ice melts, it is converted into the liquid state, which is the liquid water. And when we heat up this liquid water, it is converted into the gaseous state, that is the water vapor. The other types of water based on the usage of water by human beings are utility grade water, working water, and drinking water. Utility grade water is best for showering your lawns and the plants, and it is most definitely not recommended for drinking. The working grade water is used to do our normal household work like bathing, dishwashing, cleaning the floors, etc. And also, it is not recommended for drinking. The drinking water is the cleanest and purest form of water which is recommended for drinking. The commercial types of water are tap water, electrolyte water, purified water, distilled or deionized water, spring water, and alkaline water. All these types of water are there in our life. Dear students, I consider this slide as two in one slide because for me, these types of waters, these are not only the types, but I consider them, rather we all consider them as the sources of water. These include the surface water, groundwater, wastewater, and stormwater. Now, the surface water includes streams, rivers, lakes, reservoirs, and wetlands. The groundwater makes up around 22% of the water that we use, and it is present beneath the Earth's surface. It fills the cracks and other openings in the beds of the rock and the sand. Now, wastewater is present in our drains and in our sewage, while storm water is the water which is produced by the hurricanes or the thunderstorms. This diagram shows exactly the main capital sources of the water: rain, ocean, sea, lakes, river. Basically, we all know that we have exactly two types of water, that is the fresh water and the marine water. The ocean and the sea constitute the marine water, while the other reservoirs, that is the rain, lake, rivers, ponds, streams, drains, they make up the fresh water. This diagram shows that where is Earth's water. We can see that in our Earth, what percent of marine water is present, what about the freshwater percentage, the glaciers, the drains, the streams, everything that is explained, the concentration, the amount, the quantity of the water which is present on earth is compared here briefly. Water is the sign of life. We say that the life has started with the water. So, not only our earth depends on water, the fauna, the flora, the microorganisms, that is all abiotic and biotic components. They rely on one component, that is the water. If we directly see the functions or impact of water in human body, we can see that the water hydrates not only our whole body but the brain cells, our skin, tissues. It eliminates the toxins from our body. It smooths our gastrointestinal tract. It regulates our body temperature. It prevents the loss of calcium. It generates energy, and also that it maintains the fluid level in the blood and the arterial pressure. Yet another diagram explaining different functions of the water in human body. Another slide showing the importance of water in the life of all organisms and also maintaining the atmosphere, climate, and ecosystems present on Earth. So, dear students, at the end of my lecture, I would say that water is life and there is no life without water. Our life started with water and it can end easily without water. So we all must put our efforts practically to save water because when there would be no water, there would be no life. Either it's our groundwater, surface water, it's the water suspended in our clouds. It is even in the drains. We have to protect our water because our water reservoirs are depleting at the highest rate. Even in Pakistan, we are suffering from the shortage of water that we all know. So, being ourselves zoologists studying this paper that is applied ecology, we must at least put some awareness campaign among our colleagues, fellows, and the people surrounding us to save water. It is not a good habit to flow the water outside on road of your houses or leave the shower open while you're not using it. So we all must say that we must save water because there is no use of studying applied ecology and all these topics if we cannot implement it in our life. At the end of this lecture, I have provided the references for your support and guidance. You can also consult your reference books. Dear students, thank you so very much for your time.